do.
Oh, is he? Oh, I beg. Oh, you see what's left? Ah. Come on. Audience. Spent all the Carol. Carol spent all going on. Made her watch.
No.
Yeah.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's 7 o'clock so we'll get started. Just before I start, I just want a message to both councillors and the public. It's better to remind councillors that Hemsworth Town Council signed up to the Civility and Respect Pledge and all councillors agreed when the motion was passed quite a few months ago. This pledge includes conducting meetings in public and on social media. It is okay to debate, and that debate may sometimes get heated. It is okay to disagree and to ask questions to say you think this is and that is wrong or right. What is not okay is to repeat obvious lies and saying and posting things that are clearly false and inciting hatred and violence. To the public, again, it is okay to disagree and say so. Again, this may get heated, but it must not cross a line. Please ask questions, challenge councillors on their decisions, express your agreement or disagreement, but it mustn't get personal. With regards to the abuse of staff, as you've seen, notices have been put up reminding people that abuse of staff is not acceptable. HTC will not accept abuse of any staff by members of the public or councillors. HTC will implement zero tolerance on staff abuse. Okay, so to start the meeting, you are hereby summoned to attend a meeting of Hemsworth Town Council to be held in the main hall, Hemsworth Town Council Community Centre, Bullinshaw Road, Hemsworth, commencing at 7 p.m. on the 6th of March 2025 for the purpose of transacting the following business. Item number 1, apologies for absence. No, received. Item number 2, declarations of interest. Council should disclose pecuniary or non-pecuniary interests in any items on this agenda. While it is not a pecuniary or a non-pecuniary item, I will obviously have an interest on item 9.
Can I ask for item 12 to come out of exclusion, please?
Payments of accounts, if we come out of exclusion, there'll be very little been able to say due to the confidentiality of a lot of the items.
Well, I'm sorry, but accounts finances are public, and this information, it's going to be adjourned anyway because this information that comes to councillors.
Finances have been received by councillors.
No, it aren't. January's as March on. Is that an error?
No, that'll be discussed when the item comes up.
So it's not finance?
It's from the finance part, yeah. So, item 3, Town Council meetings. To approve the minutes of the council meeting on the 6th of February 2025 as detailed in the minute book 2024-25.
Obviously these have been circulated, Chair, but since then a couple of things have been pointed out to me. Firstly, item 155, council meetings, they were approved with agreed amendments, so that wording has been changed. Also, item 165, the chairman closed the meeting. That wasn't put in the circulated minutes, and also the numbering was incorrect, it was non-sequential, so that's been corrected. Other than that, they're exactly as circulated.
Can I just say as well that what the same meeting that it was asked for a meeting with West End and Terriers, Dale, Jason Begg, chair and vice and clerk, and notes come on it.
That wasn't a council decision, so it will just be minuted.
Councillor Minutes.
Can I ask for the last item where it's noted that I left the meeting during payments of accounts?
Sorry, if I can just answer that question. Yeah, the wording's been changed. Several councillors did leave the room at that point. However, the chairman closed the meeting, so the wording has changed completely. Whereas previously it said that several councillors left, it now simply says at this point the chairman closed the meeting.
Right. So that's been taken out because I left before exclusion in public question time.
Yeah, you did, but you left before any council voting, so it's not been recorded at all.
Okay.
So could I move the minutes? Have I got somebody to second them? All for?
I'm just puzzled. Have you
Sorry,
said,
motion's been done.
can I just
Against?
say on there, I voted no.
Can we have the vote first, then you can put any objections in. Against? Okay, Carol, would you like to say what you are?
I'm saying no because even though they're amended, they should have come out to council to see that the amendments have been done.
They should, well, they're here for you to see however we can pass things
Yeah.
with amendments recommended, so.
It's been
That was
passed anyway,
nice.
hasn't it? You've got numbers.
Yeah. Not item 4, item 5, income, to review the council's income for January 2025. So item 4 is that accounts for payments, to confirm the payments of accounts for January 2025. Just to review it.
I've got questions on this one as well. I've spoke to Andrew. Councillors are aware. You've just pointed out there. I've pointed it all out to Andrew. Andrew has amended it, and he will be sending
Amended.
amended ones out. Is that correct, Andrew?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Item 5, income, to review the council's income for January 2025. Any? No. Okay, item 6, inflatables, to consider allowing a local company to put inflatables on land at Hemsworth Water Park. This is Councillor Middleton, if you'd like to start.
This is mine. So we have a local gentleman who has proposed that he'd like to put inflatables in the water park and the bouncing trampolines. And Sam is with us. Is it okay if Sam speaks and gives a bit more information?
I think that's, yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
So the proposed idea is to make a little area in the water park where children can come. Yes, it is chargeable. There's a percentage to be agreed back to the council. It's all about fun. It's not all about profit. We are a local company. We do lots of schools in the area, and we are changing our business dramatically due to the rising costs. We need a permanent location, and this location offers lots of positives. And I think as a company, we can bring more positives in and giving extra attractions that are not only just there for monetary gain, but then also to give enjoyment and something back to the community, which every community needs.
So again, as we discussed, because Vicky couldn't get down there, it sounds like I popped down on her behalf. So obviously we're saying you have got the appropriate insurance checks against, the appropriate safety checks on the equipment. This would be it would be Harris fence, and it'd be left overnight for the period of the summer if agreed. But the things like the generators, ropes, etc. would be removed. Am I okay is it okay with you if I give the amount you sort of were indicating? So again, the gentleman's indicating that the council will receive a third of his takings, of the takings. And again, it would be inflatables on the strap, these bungee trampolines where you've got the ropes and you've got the kids jump on me, American, but where the kids jump on those, so, you know, we've explained to Harry Spencer about the behaviour of some of the children down there and the antisocial behaviour. He's well aware, he's well insured, is what he said to us. He said, I'm insured, I can get things moved back within 3 days, his exact words. Kathy?
You will have to notify your insurance about that.
Yeah, we would have to tell our insurance that he has the adequate insurance.
And they would then
Yeah.
need to be able to see his insurance
Yeah.
to make sure that he
Yeah.
covers everything.
Yeah, no, I believe your public you're right, yeah, we've discussed that. I think you said your public liability was 10 million.
Yes, that's correct.
Did you get that sorted? Because there wasn't
Yes.
you was waiting to get,
Yeah, so our policy is actually due up in the 24th of March, but the insurance company can't renew for a few more days yet due to legislation. You can't have two policies overrunning on attractions. But as soon as that date comes, we can have it upped, done, signed and sealed within the day, moving forward.
yeah, again, the council will have to see that and then we'll have to report that to our insurance. Carol?
It's a brilliant idea and I love it. I'm all for kids. Is there a business plan?
It's his business.
Has he put a plan into us? To council?
I don't understand why you need a business plan for us.
You do.
I'm sure you could come up with a quick business plan saying I'm going to put
It's just to cover us as
I can get a business plan put together, not a problem.
We don't need to say this is not a tender.
Yeah, but it's still a business plan. It's where kids and that are.
Okay, sort that out. Kevin?
Can I ask how much are you thinking of charging per child?
So we want to keep those costs as low as possible. We understand that, you know, each area of the areas does have, you know, more and less people, fortunate people in it. We want to try and run the inflatables at around about £2.
Per child, yeah.
What we're looking for is repeat trade, not quick trade.
Yeah.
We want to be here to stay. We don't want to be here just to be in and out. Unfortunately, in and out doesn't work for any business. You need to build a good customer relationship, and we need to get them people coming to our park, well, to the park regularly. So that covers every expense and makes a good profit for everybody involved,
Right.
as well as giving the enjoyment that's still required.
Okay, on the profit then, you will need to pay a third.
That's correct, yes.
Right. So obviously, if you get a typical summer's day and it absolutely pees it down, you're not going to take anything, are you?
That's unfortunately the business of travelling, and it is what we deal with every day.
You are aware that it's seasonal?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, I think just a minute, Gerald, so I'll come to you. So I think Sam's proposed that around time from Easter
Yeah.
till around September, it'd be the rough time, and you're also aware that there will be, if it's raining, this just said it will not be opening.
Yeah.
Can just, Gerald's had it on for quite a while, then I'll come back to whoever. Gerald?
There will obviously be some risk assessment required,
Yeah,
but if so, who's going to carry that risk assessment?
that'll be the business, not us.
The people who put it in.
He's got full accident books and everything.
so I have full accident books, risk assessments, testing insurance documentation. Pretty much we are to the iron's knees at the moment.
You need to
Sorry,
answer to
well, the council will be keeping a record of all these things.
Yes, we'll have to see all this, yeah.
Going to be a,
They need to be submitted to council before he's allowed to do it, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Sam did mention earlier, I've had a phone call with Sam, that I was going to say, we discussed how it had been lovely weather and now it's chucking it down. But if it came to a point where, like, we had a nice week, opening up the week, getting a bit earlier than Easter to capture the weekends, obviously with everything in place, risk assessments, everything, and insurance.
Is that enough questions? Gavin?
I would like to propose, no disrespect, I would propose the third, can we have that on a trial period?
Yeah,
Because, no disrespect to you, but we're taking your word on how much you've took that day, haven't you?
So, can I just come in there, Kevin? So obviously, as we've already discussed this, and the payments will be done on a token system. So when you pay the gentleman your money, he'll give you the token, and then we can see how many tokens have been issued. So it's done on that way. There is going to be there's a level of trust in this, but there isn't anything you do with that. So,
the one thing I don't want to do is go to card only, and then, yes, I can give you a copy of the card receipts every day or every week. Wouldn't make any difference. But unfortunately, then we discriminate against the people that don't want to use a card. And unfortunately, that's where the element of any business has a problem, because yes, it's about trust, but as I said, I need to be a long term. I have 4 children that need to carry on after me, so I need this to work long term, not short term.
i.e. business plan.
So could I propose that this is accepted subject to the appropriate documentation and business plan that has been submitted to council? And Andrew to obviously have the delegated authority to check out, of council staff to have the delegated authority to approve all that. So,
Well, we need to see it before we can vote on it, haven't we? I know
as I've just said, the proposal is to accept it subject to clerk seeing the information, the correct documentation.
The clerk's going to look at health and safety and our insurance.
That our insurance, it's been checked already. All our insurance need to know is that he's insured and got adequate insurance.
It's on our land, that's why we're quizzing it.
So, can I just propose the proposal that all appropriate documentation is sent? Okay, so yeah, I propose that, subject to the correct documentation, this is approved.
I'll second.
You got a seconder? All for?
Yeah, I'll second.
So that's the item passed. So item 8, ICO, to receive a report from, 7, Playworld, to consider a request from the Fens of Hemsworth Water Park to hold an Easter egg event in Playworld to include some small fairground rides in the park. Vicky, I think this is yours again.
This is me again, yeah. Along with friends of Hemsworth Water Park. So our plan is, I had a meeting with Gary and Scott and Rennie and DJ, the showman, and the plan is to have an Easter egg hunt in Playworld, a few little surprises in there as well, and have some small fairground rides. Rennie very kindly has offered to give us a crazy golf for Easter Sunday for free, 12 while 3, and he suggested, and I tend to agree with him, that it is a free event for children, just make a donation if they want to play crazy golf. Maxine put me on to both Sam and Rennie because they've been wanting to do this and been trying to make it better for children in our area. So that's what we'd like to do. Maxine, do you want to add anything?
Good. So, no, through Chair. So can I just add to this that it is not being paid for by council. Councils, yeah, we've got the money for the eggs and everything, so the council's not paying for it. Regarding council staff, it was basically just normal manning as per opening Playworld. It's going to be done all on a volunteer basis. Easter egg hunt.
So, venue capacity,
As it is in normal Playworld capacity.
number expected.
We don't know yet, we need to work that out.
This all needs to be in place.
But that could also be in place.
Staders,
There'll be training for staders there. You don't need additional security.
you do. You do.
It's not an event, it's an Easter egg hunt. We didn't.
You're putting a fair on where kids
You're
are.
not putting a
It's
fair
not fair. It's 2 rides in the golf course.
Yeah, it needs health and safety, and it needs first aiders, and it needs security. If you're going to get a group of 200, 300 people in, you need security on. If it's over 50
It's for
people,
children.
it still needs security.
We can look into that, however, I would like to probably disagree because it's Easter and how can we determine how many children are coming in?
The mere
You
fact that
can't, but that's what I'm saying. And what if it's raining, what's your alternative? Have you got a
We've
plan?
lost money.
Have you got a plan?
The people who've donated have lost money.
This is where you need to be making plans.
People who've donated have lost money.
You haven't, you make plans, Sean. You make an alternative plan.
Sorry, we'll make some plans, Sean, I'll get some.
Hang on, can we start one at a time, please?
This is a third party wanting to use our land.
So third party paying for it.
This is why we're asking for it to come to council. To be approved. Friends of Water Park.
So yes, we are paying for it.
Yes, so we are paying for it ourselves.
All our friends of Hemsworth Water Park.
There is a group that was agreed by council that there would be Friends of Hemsworth Water Park group. Everybody was invited, all councils are invited.
No, it stated
It was-
no councillors could be on
No,
that
we,
group.
it's not, well, we can't be on the, we're not allowed legally
It said there wasn't
to be
allowed
on, but we
Stop
can,
video.
excuse me, but we are allowed to help from
Yeah,
a representation. We do not vote on anything.
Who's the organiser of Hemsworth Water Park? Friends of Hemsworth Water Park.
How is that relevant? How is that relevant?
Of course it is.
I don't believe it.
How is it relevant?
It is relevant.
How?
We need to know who's behind it.
A group of
What,
volunteers.
join the group
So it's
then?
like us saying, for example, who was in the Guardians, is it, Councillor Whitehead? Who was in all them? We don't need to know, they're just volunteers. Same as these. It's volunteers, we don't need to scrutinise who everybody is. I propose that this is accepted. Have I got a second?
My recommendation before it's proposed, this be at no additional cost to the council. So if there are any additional costs for things such as security or first aid, additional first aiders, the Friends foot that cost, if there are any.
So this is, I propose that we approve this with the amendment of no additional cost to the council, other than just opening it up, basically. Have I got a seconder?
I'll second.
All for?
Me.
Eight. All against?
Can they explain why they're against?
And abstentions? One abstention.
I didn't vote. I
Can they
failed.
explain to people why they're against that community free of charge?
I will. The mere fact that you keep saying it's for children, of course it is, that's why we need health and safety insurances. It's the children of these public, of these precinct payers. They need to know that the children are safe. I'm just saying, you just can't say it's costing children, vote it on.
I've got liability.
You've got liability insurance. Vicky?
Can I just start when we've had
We'll see
Easter events
Yeah.
down at the Water Park at the lakeside, and we've had other events down there, like an Easter egg hunt. We did not have extra security or extra first aiders.
Well,
Can
that
you check that out for me, please, Claire?
That doesn't make it right then,
They
does it?
did. Every event was run through,
The motion has been,
through the event
Christmas
panel.
party.
excuse me, the motion has been, the motion has been passed, we're going to move on. Item 8, to receive report from ICO. Excuse me a moment. So, HTC became aware of a potential personal data breach. This was reported by HTC to ICO within the legally required timeframe. ICO responded with some questions. Again, these were investigated and responded to within the permitted timeframe. ICO have now responded and with recommendations to mitigate the impact and to support the affected individual or individuals. All persons affected have been informed. Could I take this opportunity to remind councils of their duty to keep people's GDPR and confidentiality and report investigations with this in excess of could I say councillors to be start again. Could I take this opportunity to remind councillors of their duty to keep people and GDPR close and the confidentiality. The reporting and investigating of this is in excess of 35 man hours, persons hours, sorry. It took a lot of work by a lot of staff in there just because things hadn't been quite done correctly. Okay, item 9, sorry, vote of no confidence. To consider a vote of no confidence in the chairman. I am going to pass this on to the vice chair.
Right, so we've got a agenda item of a vote of no confidence in the chair, and I believe it was put in by Councillor Conway, so can we keep it clean and non-offensive?
Right. Obviously, I regret this, but my concern outweighs my regret. Yes, I will, yeah. Is it on? No, it's not on. It's not on. It's not on. Obviously, it's with great regret that I have to do this, but my concern outweighs my regret. Even on tonight, again, straight away the chair's on about civility in that. Never ever has he shown civility towards a certain amount of councillors. It's at best tyranny. It's edging to autocratical, but it's definitely tyranny. There's only a few councillors, again the last one, the ICO, about data breach. I know for a fact, and I've reported it, an email that the chair sent to me and the vice chair sent to me ended up on Facebook by a person in here.
What?
Ended up on Facebook by a person in here criticising
Right,
me.
can we not make it personal, please?
Well, it is personal because it's against
We're
you
not
and
to
the chair.
mention
By
people
the
in the
way,
public.
no, by the
If you
way,
mention people in the public, I
no,
will stop the
I haven't
motion.
mentioned nobody. I said the member
You
of the
just said
public.
someone in the audience that is a member of the
Right.
public.
Also, this was put in on the 20th last month, and it included the vice chair. It was a vote of no confidence about both of them. Right? This went in on the 20th. On the 24th, I got a supporting email backing it. On the 25th, I got an email from the chair saying, seeing as nobody's backed it, we can't go ahead of it. Go ahead with it. Because I'd asked for an emergency extraordinary meeting to discuss it. So nobody in public could be accused of anything. Right? But then again, the 24th, somebody backed it, said, yeah, I support it 100%. 25th, the chair said no. Right? That's by the by. My main concern stems from...
Councillor Common, can I just make something clear there? Are you on about when you requested a vote, no, the extraordinary meeting for this motion?
Yeah, in the vote.
So, as I explained, there's a councillor with a rather inappropriate email, bull something, that has been reported. We will not accept that email. So I blocked that email. I would not see any response to that. Additionally, votes of no, extraordinary meetings are meant to be for emergencies only. Things that are not, that can't wait for time. However, me putting this on this agenda meant that this would be seen before an extraordinary meeting could have been heard anyway. So I've pushed it forward and knocking it back. Thank you.
Okay, well, first of all, the contents of the email was not inappropriate. It was very appropriate.
Can I come back in there, Councillor Conway? I said the email address of the councillor is inappropriate, not the email, and I clarified that several times.
So, did you see the email then? Did you actually read it?
I saw your email, and your email is not inappropriate. The email address of the councillor is inappropriate.
Right, thank you, but you saw it, so you know it weren't inappropriate. So why did you say on 25th? There's nobody back me.
Right, can I just come in here? Our emails are subject to public access at any point, so a non-public email isn't appropriate to start with. So can we move on from this point, please? Carry on, Councillor Conway.
Again, that's wrong. I know people who's had personal emails, non-council emails.
Our emails are under scrutiny from the public. Our email accounts are open. Can we move on, please?
Yeah, can we move on? Right, last year, the clerk ensured us an 8% increase would clear everything. Replenish.
This is irrelevant to the motion.
No,
Can we move on, please?
No, this is relevant.
This is talking about the clerk. This is irrelevant. Would you like to move on, please?
Yes. So the 8% increase was
right. This is a vote of no confidence in the chairman, the current chairman, not the clerk.
Right. Well, let me finish.
We're not talking about the 8% increase. Can we move on, please, and talk about the reasons as to why the chair is under a vote of no confidence?
Right. I'll tell you why. Because a member of a member of the public, not in here, but a member of the public who is fully qualified, got in touch with every...
Right, again, we're talking about members of the public. This is not a vote of no confidence. This is a vote of no confidence against the chair. What are your reasons against the chair?
Because he's not listening to sage advice.
Chair, can I also come in there, please? So, I mean, Councillor Bates can give people the respect they deserve and not play solitaire. I'm sorry, if you're in a meeting, you should be listening. You should be listening to the meeting. No, that's the chair if I can come in. If you should be playing solitaire. That's the respect. Sorry.
Like I said, we were warned that we'd be running out of money. The chair totally ignored this, put his blinkers on and went head first into it. Right? Come December, the vice chair said to us in here, in front of the public, I've just had a meeting regarding the finances. We are perfectly good to go. Right? That was 5th of December. 2nd of January, we got called to an extraordinary meeting, whereby now the chair requested 30 grand. Now I said, how come in less than a month, by the way, 4 weeks, 2 weeks when we were shut down for Christmas, what happened for you to say we're perfectly well to go, to then saying we need 30,000 from reserves? But he said he wanted 30,000, but he requested 130,000. And again, this is less than a month after a councillor asked him, are we going to have to go into reserves? No, we're not. We're not going to go into reserves. Now, there's something wrong there. Somebody's actually telling lies. Now, on 5th of December...
This was explained in the finance meeting.
Well, you let me finish.
The 3rd of
On the
January.
5th of December, the vice chair said, I'm good to go, right? The chair let that go, so he must have agreed with it. So, if it was wrong, what happened in that month, we need to know. Right, but the mere fact that you didn't, because you should factually pull them off if it's wrong. So you agreed there was nothing wrong. So what happened in that month that went wrong? Because we haven't been informed.
30 seconds, Councillor Conway.
Sorry?
30 seconds to conclude, Councillor Conway.
Oh, we've got a time limit on that, have we?
All motions have 3 minutes to speak.
Can I just come in there, Chair? So with regards to the meeting on the 2nd of January, everything was explained to the public. Whereas last year, nothing was explained. We found out on the day of the annual meeting. So we held a meeting, we realised there was issues, we've put things in place to try and resolve those issues.
Right.
And can I just say, the figures that we keep...
I'm on a time limit of 3 minutes. I haven't had 3 minutes because you're getting interfered.
30 seconds is held.
No.
So can I just say that as for regards to some of the figures of £300,000 we're going to be in debt is woefully away from the mark. I believe we are still anticipating around 50 to 50-ish, 52, I think we said. We said 52, that's 68,000. So that was all fully explained in the 2nd of January's meeting, a meeting that was a similar meeting should have been held last time, but it wasn't. Okay, Councillor Conway, can you continue, please?
This is exactly why I have no vote of confidence in you, because what you're saying, you're twisting things. On 5th of December, we were good to go. On 2nd of January, you need money, right? So what's happened in that time period? And did you know on 5th of December, when they declared we're good to go, you must have known because you didn't question it. And as a chair, you should say, no, factually, that's incorrect. We are in debt. But you never said that. The reason you didn't say that...
We wasn't in debt, Councillor Conway.
So what happened in 2 weeks then, if we weren't in debt, to wanting 130,000? Now, my point is, I've no confidence in you for that month, so what damage are you going to do in 2 months? If that's what you did in 1 month.
Please.
Yeah, that's it. No vote of confidence in either of you.
Perfect, thank you.
Carol.
Carol.
I'd like to think problem we have, information's not coming to full council. We're being ignored. I've asked for an extraordinary meeting for a finance meeting and got rejected. I told you in September, I told you in December. I come in and check the books, spoke to deputy clerk, spoke to the chair. I sent a message to you, Sean. You said you'd get back to me. Andrew got back to me. And
yes, Andrew got back to you, so that's me getting back to you.
But it didn't answer the questions that were put to you.
I believe it answered all the questions.
No, it didn't.
It did.
It didn't. I asked.
Right, can we have a proposer and a seconder for the vote of no confidence, please?
Well, obviously I propose it.
Can we have a seconder?
I'll second it.
All in favour of a vote of no confidence in the chair of Hemsworth Town Council, Sean Middleton?
That's 6, 7, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, so.
All against the vote of no confidence in Chairman Councillor Sean Middleton? The motion is not carried. Chair, you can take back over.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, item 10, public question time. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for look over my glass, I can't see anything. Cathy, did you have any hand? No?
Have we got anything planned for VE Day?
Yes.
Which is,
at the moment,
obviously, it's on the 8th of May.
Yes.
But
There's
it
been no,
falls through to the bank holiday as well.
yeah, so I think Maxine wants to answer that. So there's been some things going off. We're just going to need to. We haven't had an events panel yet, but there's been things happening.
Yeah, I've been talking to Derek and we've been trying to sort it out. We're going to get something going with friends at Water Park.
Are we looking at doing anything with the poppies? Because obviously it was on the news that, you know, the Tower of London were looking at putting the poppies back in at the Tower of London.
I've not seen nothing to do with that, to be honest.
I think Harriet's on about putting poppies up and that and stuff.
Again, it will be not as big as we would have liked to have been due to cash issues.
I'm just thinking, obviously, we had all that cascading down the building.
Down there, that's good.
And we still got that.
Councillor down up there for a moment. What are you waiting on, hand up?
Yeah, it's just that I'd like to make a statement, if you don't mind. It's regarding something that I said in January's meeting. I had intended to make a statement last month in February, but unfortunately I got called out to the car park before public questions finished, so I didn't get the chance. In January, I stated that it was illegal for us to buy packs of beer, split them and sell them independently. Subsequent to that, I found out that I was incorrect, and I'd like to apologise to any of the staff if I've caused any offence. A couple of days after the meeting in January, I did speak to some of the staff and apologised and said that I would make a public apology. I learned from HMRC that they have got, it's not good practice, but they do not intend to summons anybody regarding that, providing single items from packs are correctly labelled, but that, I believe, is more to do with food items. I was vilified on Facebook for making that statement in January, and I was subsequently vilified on Facebook in February, the day after the meeting, because I didn't make a statement. I'd like to thank both Councillor Middleton's to come to my defence and state that I had intended to make a statement, but due to circumstances I didn't get a chance. I'm just a little bit disappointed that I wasn't supported in the second part of that public vilification on a separate item. If anybody wants to talk to me about that, please feel free, and I will explain things to them, which I've already done on at least 2 occasions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed. Any more questions from the public? Maxine?
So a statement on 10th of February by a councillor stated that the terms of sale for the Fitzwilliam land had been signed in November 23. Can we have verification that this is it, and does that mean that that land has been sold?
I'm guessing this is referring to Club Terrace land?
Yeah.
No, no.
No.
So why is that being put out into public?
No official council communication.
Yeah.
It actually said the terms of sale had been signed on November 23.
No.
We can't confirm or deny, but if a council's making that statement, then they've made that off their own will,
Okay,
not via the council. It's not an official statement.
So, I went to obviously the Fitzwilliam meeting, and it was stated that the agenda was wrong. It wasn't an AGM. I know for a fact that's the kind of agenda we got for the past, well, for 5 years since I started. So can you tell me if it was illegal, that agenda? Does that make all them decisions what's been passed this year null and void?
if, I'll let Carol come in there in a minute, but
I contacted the charity commissions, there were an email sent out on 3rd of February, and it announced the AGAR meeting. AGM meeting, sorry. That was cancelled because, as you stated in the meeting, there wasn't enough notice, and that.
no, well, this is where I was going to bring it up in the meeting. The problem is every year the trustee meeting agrees to do standing orders, as that were the rules, if you like.
An AGM, yeah.
But that also then sometimes clashes with the governing documents. What I was going to propose was, so it didn't follow the governance document, but it followed our thing. So to say it was illegal is not correct. It was followed as per the policy that was adopted by the trustees. However, there was conflicting documentation. I was going to propose, if that meeting had allowed to continue, that we accept standing orders unless superseded by the governance procedure.
An AGM's to be advertised once a year.
As per the governance, but not by the standard.
It was advertised originally as an AGM. It was cancelled. You did make another meeting, but you did not state it was an AGM.
We don't have to state to councillors that it's an AGM.
No, you have to state to public that you.
I know it.
Yes, you do.
Well, end of the day, we are where we are. It got binned.
Cancelled.
It got binned. However you want to prove it. So it's something I think we need to look into. If that one was not legal, then was any of the other ones legal? And can any decisions be legal from
the last meeting,
previous meeting?
The last meeting in January, the year before, had AGM on it.
It didn't, because
It did.
We've got the documentation.
Yeah.
Councillor Conway?
Regarding documentation, right, on the 3rd of January, after the meeting, on the 2nd, I contacted the clerk again, stating the AGM is due on the 15th of January. And every week since then, I was saying we needed finances for the meeting. It's all, you've all seen it because I tagged you all in them. But not only that, talking about documentation, Chair yourself, you brought a document down and you invited a member of the public to come and view it and take a picture of it. Now I'm asking you, why did you bring that document down?
Because the document was the same one I've got here, which is the standing orders, which is public documentation.
No, I'm on about that, the one where you claimed that we were overspent by 44.
So that was the finance that is also public.
Right, but can I just...
There was no document, that was off the public website, there was no documentation there that was not public.
Right, why did you allow, what did you think that member of the public were going to do when they photographed that?
She has to look at it, why would I not stop a member of the public?
I'll tell you why, because it got put on Facebook accusing me of overspending.
So again, I just...
No, you've got to let me answer. I got accused of overspending 44%. When you look at that document, what you brought down, it said for the year 2022 to 2023. I did not come into office as trustees till January 2024. So, it did.
To just clarify your question, I mean, we're getting to trustees and this is a council meeting, so I think we need to get back to council, but I'll let the member public answer the question. The finances we had were for the year just gone.
It wasn't.
That was 44% over the budget. It's pure and simple. Maxine, would you like to come back in there?
So another thing what's been on social media about wages and that, according to these people, you're spending 90% of our money on wages. Can you clarify that's true?
Wages? I couldn't give you figures off the top of my head. It's
due to...
This is our biggest cost.
As per any council, it is our biggest cost. We don't want to give figures because if we're a fraction out, we get vilified. So, yeah, we're not going to give out figures right off the top of his head. Any more questions from public? No?
Sean, I haven't been to a meeting for ages for personal reasons, but I'm going to just say something here. Congratulations on winning that vote, because I'm telling you now, the last 3 parties what we've had running this have been a disgrace to this village. Not this one, I'm on about the previous one.
So on that, ladies and gentlemen, is there any more? Thank you.
They have that thing with spike.
So, yeah. So we need to move on now to the next, but thank you, the next item, which is exclusion. Exclusion of press and public. Members of the public and press to be excluded for the consideration of business of a confidential nature as per the Public Bodies Admissions to Meetings Act 1960.
Chad, I'm just going to go see Sam.
We'll just give just one, yeah.
Do you have a picture?